Hey, I'm Jess, and this is Intro to Adulthood. I am currently at the sleep clinic because I really struggle with my sleep, and my mom has a form of narcolepsy, so for me, I have to get checked out. So I'm gonna be here for like the next 17 hours. And it's like almost 9 p.m. now. So I'm gonna kind of check in and show what it's like to go through a sleep clinic. Cause like God knows I need to know what's going on with my sleep because it's killing me. I go between not sleeping enough and then sleeping way too much. And I would fall asleep in the middle of the day at work, and it's a problem. So we're gonna figure out what's going on, and I will kind of show you what's what, because this is my bed, this is my stuff, and then those are all the nodes and things that they're gonna put on me. So we'll check back in when everything is attached to me, I guess, and I'll tell you what's going on. Okay. So here I am. I have a bunch of nodes all through my hair, and then I have some on the sides of my face, breathing tube thing, chin, neck. I have one here and here. I've got on my legs, I have some, and then there's like these bands around my body as well to like hold all of these in place. On the back of my neck, you can see like all of the cables and everything, so it's uncomfortable and restricting, but it's like, well, this is the second time I've had to have it done, but hopefully the last. And yeah, it's gonna be interesting. She told me that everything else comes off except for the head stuff tomorrow morning at 6 a.m. It is, I think, like 9:30 or almost maybe closer to 10 p.m. now. So I'm going to bed between 10:30 and 11. And then they'll get me up at 6 a.m., take off most of this stuff. Then I will be back in here for, depending on, so I have to go for 4 naps throughout the day. And if I hit REM sleep, at least 2 of those naps, then like if I do 2 naps in the morning or whatever and I do hit REM sleep, then I can go home at 2:30. But if I get one thing of REM sleep, then I have to stay for all 4 of them, and then I'll be here till 4:30 p.m. So we're gonna check in as it goes. I'll tell you how everything is. Right now it's just annoying because I have to get used to it being on my face. Sleeping in it sucks. But what else can you do? So, okay, I will check back in later on. I'm not sure if I'll check in before I go to sleep or in the morning after they tear all this stuff off. Most likely in the morning. Morning, everybody. It is like 6:10 in the morning. And I got all of my face stuff off. I don't have my leg nodes on anymore. I just have everything on my head still. Still attached to my thingy. I'm gonna be up for the next 2 hours, and then I'm gonna be put to a nap for about 20 minutes, and we'll see how that goes. Yeah. So I slept okay. A few of my nodes came undone last night, so she had come in the middle of the night and put them back on, because I guess like I had pulled them by turning or whatever. And then slept pretty much like normal. I wake up a lot in my sleep, so yeah. So we're gonna see how the rest of this day goes, and I guess I'll check in after naps and say whether I fell asleep or not, or tell you what's up. So, okay, I'll check back in later. Hey, just had my first nap. I did fall asleep. I think I fell asleep like 2 times and I dreamt. So if you fall asleep in the 20 minutes, then they let you sleep for 15 minutes from when you fall asleep. So I took my first nap and I have to wait for another about an hour and 15 minutes, and then we'll prep for my next nap. It's 8:30 in the morning now. So here we go. I have 5 naps scheduled. Depends on whether I hit REM sleep or not within my naps. So my first 4 naps, if I hit REM sleep twice, or if I don't hit REM sleep at all, then I get to leave at 2:30. But if I've only slept and gotten REM sleep once out of the 4 naps, then I have to stay again till 4:30 to take another nap to see if I can get REM again. So we're gonna see how this goes, whether I'm leaving at 2:30 today or 4:30. So I'll check back in a bit. So I just took my 3rd nap. I was convinced that I wasn't going to fall asleep for my 3rd nap, but I did. I have fallen asleep every one of my naps so far. So they let you try and fall asleep for like within 20 minutes. And then if you do fall asleep, then you can stay asleep for 15 minutes. And then they come and wake you up. I'm like bored. Been watching YouTube videos and editing another episode for Nino Cooney, but I'm pretty much just waiting all day in a room with a bed. So I just had my 3rd one, and I will have a 4th nap coming up. It is 12:20-ish right now. So at 2 p.m. then, 1:45, I'm gonna get ready and take another nap. Then we're gonna see from there whether I get to leave at 2:30 or whether I leave at 4:30. Okay, I had my last nap. I'm allowed to leave. It is now 2:30. I'm gonna shower because my hair looks like this. And then I will fill you guys in on like what the night was like and how the experience went. I'm so happy I get to leave now. Okay, I'll see you guys in a bit. Hey, it's been like, I don't know, maybe 6 hours. I came home and like had to wash my hair 3 times to get everything out of it. And then I've just been lying on the couch, watching like TV for the rest of my day. I have a headache now. But yeah, so let's start from the beginning. So I have sleeping problems, and I have for a long time. I used to fall asleep in the middle of class. I would fall asleep at work. And it's just not been good. So I decided to, like, I was talking to my mom about it, and my mom has a form of narcolepsy. So I went in for my 2nd appointment. I've done 1 study already where you stay overnight and you get hooked up to everything, and then you leave in the morning. So that one tests you for sleep apnea, which I came back negative for. So then I had to, ask to go forward with the next sort of testing and give them reason as to why, which was, the family history. So, and all of my symptoms. Now, I also have fibromyalgia, which is a chronic pain and fatigue disorder, which I think the doctor associated my sleeplessness with my fibromyalgia, and he was kind of trying to write me off, which I just didn't let happen, and I insisted that we move forward. So they sent all the necessary paperwork to the government, because in Ontario, the first sleep apnea test is free. The second one, they can apply for government funding for. So we got the government funding for it, and then I've been waiting about 8 months from my last appointment to this one. And I just went through all of that. So I showed up. I had a questionnaire that was 2 pages long. Just basic, health stuff. How are you sleeping? How many hours do you get? A pretty basic questionnaire. Then I went to sleep. Then in the morning, I had a new questionnaire, and they took off a lot of the extra leads and stuff that they didn't need for the rest of the day. So I did my second questionnaire, which was, how did you sleep? Is it close to regular? Did you dream? Stuff like that. So then I had my third questionnaire delivered to me as well after I finished the second. And it's not really a questionnaire as to so much, at each nap, I had to check off of, I think, 7 options how tired I was feeling. So my first 2 naps, I was checked off at pretty drowsy, like awake but not super alert. And then my last 2 naps I was completely awake and alert, and I still managed to sleep for all 4 of my naps. So I was convinced I was not going to sleep through my 3rd nap. I thought that, I'm wide awake. There's no way I'm going to be able to fall asleep. Sure enough, I slept the best on my 3rd nap. My 4th nap, I did not have any REM sleep, so I think I had 2 naps with REM, 2 naps without, or like at least 2 naps dreaming. I don't know. So I was able to leave early and not have to stay for the 5th nap. So the entire experience is, like, on their end, great. They do everything they can to make you comfortable. You have a really nice bed, Wi-Fi, there's a chair in the room. You are able to leave the room if you want to and sort of walk around. There's not a lot of area to walk around, but it was nice to have the option to not just have to sit in one room for like 14 hours. So they do everything that they can to make you comfortable. The experience itself is never really gonna be comfortable. You're hooked up to a bunch of different things, and it's really hard to sleep and not pull them, and you feel kind of restricted with everything around you. So, I mean, if you have sleep problems, please go and get this checked out, because for my mom, she believed that she was just like, she didn't get diagnosed until, I was like 3 or 4. And maybe even later, because she said, she just thought she was super tired because she had a kid at home and she was working, but no. So she went in and finally, like 10 years ago, she got diagnosed. Maybe longer than that now, 15, I don't know. She got diagnosed with a form of narcolepsy, and she has to take a stimulant twice daily to stay awake. So for me, the way I feel, I'm assuming I'm also going to be going that route. But I guess we'll see. So for anybody that is worried about going to the sleep clinic or wanted to know what the experience was going to be like, just wanted to have eyes on it before you're there, this was my experience, and, you know, it wasn't the worst thing I've ever had to put up with. It's a very long time to go through a sleep, you know, study, and I do have a headache after this, but I just took some Excedrin, and I'm, you know, full glass of water, so I'll be okay. I'm gonna eat something, and, you know, I'll bounce back. I'll be fine. But now this is done, and I don't have to worry about it anymore. And in just over 2 weeks, 2.5 weeks, I'll be able to get my results unless somebody cancels and I can go sooner. So cross your fingers for me. For me, kind of, I would like to have an answer as to why I feel so terrible all the time. So I just hope for an answer for me. And if you're going through something similar, then keep strong, keep at it. Try again and again to get every diagnosis that you need to get. Because usually if you're sick, it ends up coming in batches. You know, you're not just sick with one thing. You end up having a lot of things different that are not going the way they're supposed to. So keep at it, and you will get answers. Thanks so much for watching, and I'll see you guys on my next Intro to Adulthood video. If you want to know if I got narcolepsy or not, I guess comment below and I'll let you know. Bye!